All right. Hey guys, it's Addison, and this video is all about push notifications on the Digital Garrison app. As of right now, July 2021, the only people who can push notifications are MCOM public affairs officers. I know that when I left, they were doing work to get MWR personnel the ability to push notifications, but the last thing I know is that, there was something that needed to be signed. So more to follow on that. I feel like everyone in the Army is waiting for something to be signed. Anyways, and then for AAFES folks, they will never push notifications. So and when I mean AAFES folks, I mean the local ones, like the store managers and stuff like that, because headquarters AAFES does all of the push notifications. So store managers won't do that. It'll just be public affairs officers now, and then in the future, at some point, will be MWR. So right now, this video is mostly for MCOM public affairs officers. Okay, so let's talk about getting access. So step one is a form, of course, in 2875. Now, the 2875 that you need for push notifications is not the same as the one that you made for Neil for IEW, okay? It's a different form. And I'm going to show you the instructions on the next slide, but what you're going to do is you're going to fill out that form and then email it to the message center. I've got all that in the next slide. But one thing I want to call out that I feel like nobody ever tells you guys is that the phone number that you put on the 2875 is going to be used for like this duo authentication thing. And so basically, whenever you need to log in to push a notification, you're going to log in with all of your login and password, and then Duo is going to call you to verify. And so you always need to make sure that that phone number is a cell phone, like your government phone, your personal phone, whatever. You don't want it to be a desk phone because you can push a notification from anywhere. And it doesn't have to be your government computer. It can be your actual phone also. But if your Duo is going to call your office phone, then you're out of luck. Like you're not going to be able to log in. So make sure that that phone number on your 2875 is a cell phone. Okay, and then, make sure you save the login and password, but we'll get there in a second. All right, so here's the instructions for the 2875. You only need boxes 1 through 15. Yes, only one person needs to sign it, and that's you. You don't need all those extra signatures. And I've got the example for the justification for access. It's just access to the Digital Garrison app push notifications for you, Fort or whatever. Make sure that Fort or USAG is exactly the same as it is on the app. So, if it was Fort Stewart, they would write Fort Stewart-Hunter Army Airfield, whatever it is on the app. And then you're going to sign in with your CAT card, and you're going to email that to the message center admin at aafes.com. All right. Now, I will tell you that there's only a couple people who are managing all of that stuff, so it might take longer, and then they have to go through security to set up your access. But when they do, after they've set up all your access, they're going to email you with your LAN ID and password. Now, I did have a lot of people say that when the message center admin responded to them, like sent them their stuff, and went into the spam folder. So I always tell everybody, check your spam folder. But when you get your LAN ID and password, that means you're all set up in AAFES. Now your LAN ID is going to be like it's going to be like your last name and a first initial or something like that. And what you have to do first, before you can send a push notification at all, is you have to log in to myapp.aafes.com and change your password, okay? Because when you get the email, you're getting a temporary password. You have to make a real password. Now, another thing they don't tell you is that your password expires every 90 days, okay? And unfortunately, they're going to email you to say that your password is expiring, but they're going to email you to the LAN ID that they've created for AAFES. which you never log into. So if I were you, I would make a reminder on my calendar for every, 85 days and log in to myapp.afees.com every 85 days and reset your password. Okay, because the last thing you want is to have to reset your password when you're trying to send a push notification about a tornado watch. So yeah, just put that on your Outlook and save it. Don't skip it. Okay. So let me go back. So you see how there's two different links, right? This myapps.afees.com, that's only for passwords. That's it. That you don't push notifications from this link. You only change your password. You change your password at this link the first time and every time going after that, every, the 85 days. Now to actually send a push, you got to go to this link. Okay, you see how it's messagecenter-afees.com. And what you're going to do is you're going to log in with your LAN ID and password. But it's your LAN ID plus @afees.com. So if this is your LAN ID is SmithJ, then what you type in here is smithj@afees.com with your password. So note that the link for the password is different from the actual sending push notifications, but here's the link. Now, once you click that login with your LAN ID at afees.com, this is the duo I was talking about. So you see how it says, send me a push, call me, enter a passcode, all that kind of stuff. I usually do call me because, I don't know, I'm old-fashioned. But it's going to call you, but it's going to call you at the phone number that you put on the 2875. So that's why it needs to be a cell phone. In addition, you can access messagecenter-afees.com from any device. It doesn't have to be your government laptop. You don't have to be on NIPRNet. So you could be your cell phone. It can be your personal laptop, whatever it is. It's the duo that's helping you log in and authenticate without being on a government network. So, that way you can push a notification from anywhere. But just so you know, and you're not going to you're not opening up the digital Garrison app to push a notification. You're just opening up a browser on your phone. So like Safari or Chrome or whatever device you have, you're going to Chrome, typing in messagecenter-afees.com and logging in. Okay. So when you log in, first of all, know that you can only send push notifications for your Garrison. Okay, so it is kind of a problem right now where, for example, the people at Alaska might have to send push notifications to Wainwright, Greeley, and J-Bear, but they're all different installations in the app, so they have to have 3 different people. But when you log in, you're not selecting anything. Know that you're just sending a push notification to your Garrison, like your one Garrison. Now, when you go in, you'll see like a drop-down menu, and those are all kind of like already made templates for you. And let me give you an example. So some of the templates are free text. For example, the COVID-19 is a free text, and it's 1,000 characters. You have 1,000 characters to work with. And it's just whatever you need it to be. Other ones are kind of like templates that, are kind of made to make it easier for you to send something quick. So for example, the gate closure is a template. So you see how I've selected gate closure in this one, and then it says, name of gate. So gate 1 has been temporarily closed, or something like that, whatever it is. So all you're going to do is type in the name of the gate and the action, and then you can click submit. But let's go through the templates really quick. I have noticed down here, because I know that when I was leaving, they had made a generic general use push notification, and I'm pretty sure it starts with the word notice, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know for a fact that there is a general purpose push notification where it's 1,000 characters, free text, and whatever you need it to be. And I just, my gut is telling me it's notice, but you know, don't hold me to it, guys. Okay, so like I said, COVID-19 is free text. You cannot put links into the push notifications. I know it sucks, but I just wanted to call that one out. You can't put links in there or anything like that. You won't be able to take the user somewhere. Do we have to scratch right now? Okay. The next one is weather alert. So we're currently experiencing blank until this. Oh, you can't really see that, huh? The schedule change says, due to changes from command, name activity, has been moved to whatever. You know, moved hours, changed locations, whatever. So that's like a, you know, if there's like a change of command ceremony. Gate update. So you saw that one. And I'm pretty sure emergency alert is called emergency/other. I didn't have access to the system, so I wasn't as like in tune with all the push notification stuff. I'm definitely in tune with how to get you guys access. I know the process for that one. And then the shooter alert, you can't edit that, okay? The shooter alert says, there is an active shooter, stay inside a closed room or find shelter immediately. It is important to remain calm. The authorities have been contacted and are on their way. So that's what that one says. You can't edit that at all. You know, that's just there. Okay, so that's the templates. Like I said, if there's something different, if you guys know what the changes are, put them in the comments for everybody. But now I want to talk about who gets the push notifications. Okay, so the first thing you need to make sure is that the user has the your installation selected as my installation. Okay, and that's not, you know, you can change, remember how I was talking in the directory where you can like, and the gates where you can change what installation information you're viewing? That's not it. The my installation has to be clicked right here. So if I'm looking at this, this says Fort Stewart Hunter Army Airfield. That means that I have selected Fort Stewart as my installation in my profile. And if they need to change it, they would just click change and select their new one. So that's number one, that's really important. And then this is where the little, you know, notification comes up and it's all here. And your stuff will kind of be in the same as with like the AAFES promos and that kind of stuff. This is just like, you know, a test screenshot. But now, second thing, the user has to opt in to push notifications. And that's not something that can be changed by anyone. That's like an FCC thing. You can't automatically send someone push notifications on their phone without them giving you permission to do so. Like, you know how when you, let me give you an example. You know when you open up a new app for the first time and let's say it's like Facebook Messenger and you go to like take a camera, like you go to take a picture and your phone goes, would you like to give permission for Messenger to access your camera? You know, it tells you that. Or like, would you like to give Digital Garrison the access to your location? Like, those are all the same things as like, you have to, the user has to explicitly give permission for the Digital Garrison to use their location and for the Digital Garrison to send push notifications. So just so you know, that's like a thing. Like, that's a whole app consumer rights kind of thing. So what they have to do is they have to go to account. You see this little thing at the bottom, account. And then they say you go to communication preferences, push notifications, and then this is where they're opting into everything. So someone can opt out of, you know, the fitness and rec or like the promotional notifications or the installation notifications. It's all an option. Excuse me, but like that's where they have to go. So I just wanted to call that one out because, like, you know, I know I've seen a lot of people like send a notification and they're like, oh, I didn't get it, you know, and it's like, well, are you opted in? The best thing though, let's say you're opted in. Let's say I'm, you know, the public affairs officer at Yuma and I have sent a notification. I am opted in I should have gotten a push notification. That's when you would email the message center. So you email the message center and say, hey, I have everything opted in. You send them screenshots of your phone like this right here saying, yes, I am opted in. Send them a screenshot of your dashboard where it says, you know, Yuma, and prove to them that you have done everything. And then explain to them, I sent this push notification at, you know, 0800 hours and I did not get it, you know. And so, but make sure you always send screenshots. Whenever you have a problem with anything, screenshots always help. Okay. All right. So, and then a lot of people, I have a lot of like frequently asked questions and stuff, and I was trying to like go through them. One of the main frequently asked questions is how much a push notification costs and how much you're supposed to do a day. So it costs, you know, a small amount. It's like 0.004 per notification. And what it is, it's like if I am at Yuma and I send a push notification to everyone at Yuma and there's 100 people at Yuma, it's 0.004 times 100. So it's per user, whoever got the notification. Now, the guidance that I've gotten like from Sarah and the frequently asked questions is always no more than 2 per day, because mostly because you don't want to, you know, overwhelm the user with push notifications, because, you know, if you send push notifications for a bunch of small things, then that's going to get your user to be like, okay, well, I'm going to turn off my notifications. This is too much. Like, no, thank you. So like, number one, you don't want to overload the user and make them, I guess, kind of like numb to what it's supposed to be. So, because you want a user to be excited and like concerned or whatever it is when they get a push notification from the Digital Garrison app. So, especially if it's an installation one, because they're all like gates and scheduled changes and all that kind of stuff. So, but don't forget that you can always use announcements. Announcements are great for the smaller things, you know, like if it is a tornado watch, but then, you know, Army Community Service is doing something to help the people who like to file their stuff, you know, those are great for announcements. Okay. Using the push notifications is you're going to have to pick and choose, like fight your battles on that one. Okay. Let's see. All right. So I wanted to go over like the links and the emails just because I know that there's so many. So if you need help or access, so if you're first setting up your push notification access, you're a public affairs officer, you're new, you got to get access, you're going to have to send everything to the message center. And then going forward, like I said, if you know you're logged in and you didn't get a push notification, the message center is going to be the ones to help you. Now, the first time you set your password and every time going after that, you're going to go to my app, myapp.aps.com. And then for the actual, you know, show to actually send a push notification, you're going to messagecenter-aps.com. And if I were you, I would save the messagecenter.aps.com like on my phone. You can click like, if you're in the browser and you go to that link, you can click like add to homepage. That way it's easy for you and you don't have to think about it. And don't forget, it expires every 90 days. So make sure you, you know, put a reminder on your calendar because they won't tell you. Okay. A couple other things. Like I said, there's no link option. So you can't send a push notification that says, you know, go to this link for more information, which, I mean, I'm not going to lie, that kind of stinks, but it's what else. Another question is that we frequently get is the super user. So there is a capability for one person to send a push notification to everyone who has the Digital Garrison app, but that is something that is reserved for like headquarters, AAFES folks, or like IMCOM headquarters, like Sarah and Scott and that kind of stuff. So, you know, that capability exists, but it's only for the people up in the headquarters. Now, another thing that a lot of people get asked is, can the notification be based on the user's location? So let's say I am at Yuma, but I'm just visiting there for training, and I've got, you know, JBLM set as my installation. They're not going to get a Yuma push notification because the my installation is still JBLM. They're only getting JBLM stuff. As far as I know, that capability doesn't exist right now. I think they were looking into it when I left, but as of right now, it's all based on my installation. And then again, getting help. So asking the message center, you know, at afees.com. That's like a Monday through Friday thing. And the IT help desk is 214-312-3800. But I will tell you that not a lot of people have had success with calling the IT help desk, just because it is kind of weird when you have people who don't work for AFEES have a LAN ID, and then, you know, the IT people call and they're like, wait, what? You know? So unfortunately, it's really hard for you guys to get help with the message center and push notifications outside of Monday through Friday, you know, 8 to 5. So yeah. Like I said, make sure you keep that password updated, because that's the last thing you're going to want. Okay, guys, I think I have covered everything, and I can't believe I made this video as short as I did. There's so much to do, so many things. But like I said, if you know something more or need to correct my templates and stuff like that, please comment below so everybody knows. It's like one team, one fight. All right. Thanks, guys.